Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. It is me once again screaming into the void of the internet. I kind of just felt like coming on here to, I don't know, just talk, man, because, how do I say this? Like, I know I made a video, like, literally just talking about this, but, I'm really wondering, like, what's the future if, like, everything works like this? If basically no one is able to get a job, if ghost jobs are allowed to consistently exist, and tons of companies are just able to essentially get away with doing something like this, like, how are people supposed to, again, legally speaking, because I don't really blame someone at this point if they do it illegally, make a living? They seem to be doing everything, and I do mean everything, in their power to just make you want to do something illegal. You know, people will try and tell you that you are not justified to doing that, but the most powerful people in the world consistently break rules and laws and face no penalty because they have financial power, right? Now, I'm not trying to do this to like make some kind of moral debate. I'm not trying to get someone to go, start selling drugs or something. I'm just saying, I'm asking from a very reasonable, rational perspective. What the heck are they expecting people to do? If you are trying to get a job and you are applying to like 30, 40, 50 jobs a day, and literally 90% of those jobs are ghost jobs, what in the hell do they want you to do? Do they actually think that everyone has the ability to just consistently make nothing happen, and just sit here and just not care? Just get put out or something like that? Do they really think that everyone is just going to accept that? Because I'm telling you, that ain't it, Chief. That ain't it, you know? And this is kind of the thing that I was talking about. Like, I don't think that this is a problem that, like, say, just a president, for example, because some people are sucking off Mr. Orange Man way too much. I don't like him. I don't hate him. If it's a choice between him and, like, the others, it's literally a night and day difference, but it doesn't mean that he's on my side, I don't see anyone, really seeming to come towards the perspective that, hey, listen, we need a massive, massive overhaul to how employment works today and stuff like that, Because even people that sit around here and say that, oh, they don't have like a strict criteria, they're just lying because they're just like essentially data scamming you to the extent that some people have just straight up said, hey, listen, like they had identity theft because of this. And this is what I'm talking about. Like, these people are essentially breaking the law. They're finding a loophole to where they're not officially breaking the law, but it may as well be breaking the law by, like, okay, we can't sell your data, ourselves, or like do something effed up with it, but we can sell that data to another third party, and then whatever they do, then it's like on them, right? They can do that, even though like they're offering a service that's supposedly supposed to help you get a job or whatever, and then you get screwed. Because your utilities aren't going to wait on anything. They don't care, If you have to pay rent or electricity or internet, water, whatever it is, you're still going to have to do it, I'm at the stage now where I'm just really wondering, because I don't really have much else to do. So every day I get up at, say, like 7 a.m., and I am literally perhaps applying to maybe 20 jobs a day, I'm just at the point now where I'm like, like something really needs to change. And I don't say this from like my perspective. I don't say this from like a selfish perspective. I say this from the standpoint, again, because I have great empathy for a lot of guys and people in general trying to get work right now, you know? And people have the gall to just tell them that, oh, you just aren't trying hard enough. You just need to do something. And it's always some old dumb arse boomer, who could just walk into a store with an application and likely get hired the same day. But because, the world's changed, because it's a lot more people, like everything's more competitive, it's just so exhausting to look. It's a job just to get a job. And then even if you get a job, there's no freaking job security these days, and so they'll easily, if they just so chose to let you go, and then what do you have? Now it's back to playing slot machines for God knows how long, until you get another one. I'm just saying this because, listen, we need a massive overhaul. Okay, we need a massive overhaul to how things are being done in the realm of work, in the realm of employment. We are not unemployed because we aren't looking. And even if we aren't looking, I would argue it's because these guys know that there are just so many goddamn ghost jobs that what the hell do you want them to do? Just keep giving away their freaking data? Look, at this point, can I just sell my data? I don't give a rat's arse if China has my data. Can I just sell it? Because you freaking cocksuckers are going to do the same thing anyway. You're going to sell it right to the freaking marketers so that they say, oh, this guy's he really likes pizza. Let's bombard him with 77 pizza ads on a YouTube video or something like that. Hey, listen, if I get the money, I don't really give a rat's arse, I just got to be real right now. If I get the money, I don't really give a rat's arse. You're basically saying that we're supposed to just play the slot machine game. Hopefully we'll get a job, and then these cocksuckers take the freaking information that we use when we're applying to the jobs, and they just sell it, and they get tons of money. But what do you do? Because even if you go to the company websites, because people are trying to say, oh, well, that's why you need to stop using Indeed, you need to stop using LinkedIn or Upwork or this, that, and the other. Company websites are usually still under other websites. For example, something I was seeing was called a Talent Reef, for example. And many company air quotes websites, when you go to apply, it just takes you to Talent Reef. So it's the same crap, just a different a different service provider, essentially. It's essentially think of it like internet, right? There's just internet, everyone has internet, and then there are groups within companies that offer that internet. It's the same internet, but they just offer it differently. Now I know it's not officially the same in terms of you have satellite and stuff, but let's just say line internet, just cable, right? Just cable internet. You have different companies literally offering the same thing. And that's essentially all that's happening with a lot of these corporate jobs. Oh, just go to the company website. You go to the company website, and if it's not Indeed, then it's LinkedIn. If it's not LinkedIn, it's Talent Reef. If it's not Talent Reef, you get what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, nothing is changing. You're applying and applying, and you're not getting any responses. And it's really exhausting. And again, I don't really just say this as someone for me. I say this for someone who is in a similar situation. Like I said, NEETs. Remember, I don't judge you. I have nothing negative to say about you. I understand why you want to just stop. I understand why you just don't care anymore. Why you have essentially, just said, hey, listen, I'm just gonna just do whatever. I don't care. I get it. I'm not in a position to do that. I cannot be here. I may not be in my old neighborhood, and that's fine and all, but I am still amongst people that do not make smart decisions. And I am not going to get dragged down into bad decisions, and I already have been, because of their lack of intelligent decision making. But the problem is, despite my attempts at independence, despite my attempts to try and, do this, and again, I can always understand this is why a lot of NEETs give up. Despite how much effort I'm putting in, I'm not seeing any of it returned. People lie to you, and they tell you that hard work always pays off. This is not true. There are certain things with hard work that will pay off. For example, your health. If you take full advantage of your health in terms of like, working out, exercising, eating right, 100% that pays off, right? 100%. Now there are still things that can still like cuck you, like cancer and stuff like that you don't have control over, but despite you having cancer, that doesn't mean that your body isn't healthy. You just have like, some kind of freaking sometimes some kind of hereditary disease like that can completely cuck you, but that doesn't mean that your body isn't healthy, So there are things that you can do that 100%, you put your hard work in, and it works. You can work hard to like understand how to like say change oil in your car. 100%, that's going to benefit you. But then you have things like this. Things where you have to rely on an external party doing their part, for you to benefit. And this is why like you see all of these memes about people that just despise HR because again, they're just freaking cocksuckers. The lives that HR ruins, I'm sure that it's a power trip. Like I was watching this like funny video about like proximity chat. Like I don't know if you know what that is, but it's essentially a game. It's a VR game, and it's got like the freaking weirdest people on that crap. And like all you see are like freaking people walking around in like furry skins, and like admins just so quick to ban people because they don't like what they're saying. That is essentially HR in a nutshell, but in terms of like jobs, they just go, oh, fired, fired, fired. Well, like fired, fired, fired if they are working. Anyone applied, rejected, rejected, rejected. Like it is literally probably some freaking fat arse diversity hire, with long nails that where they can't wipe their arse, drinking a latte, not working a day in their life. Just it's so irritating. It's incredibly irritating to be in this position. And the funny thing is, again, the boomers and stuff like that won't understand it until like it's coming for them. Now, don't get it twisted. We'll see where this goes, especially. Maybe the cost of living can be brought down a bit, but I am not very hopeful for that. But I'll tell you what, if it starts biting them in the arse where they have to pick up a job, they'll understand. They will understand. They'll understand. And even if it doesn't, like bite them in the arse, they still have like, decades of job experience. So hopefully that should pay off. But even then, it doesn't really seem like it matters because, I know people who have master's degrees and it's not doing nothing for them. They have something in tech and nothing. Because at the end of the day, again, how do you find the real jobs? Even if you apply to the company websites, like you have so many ghost jobs out here. This is not something that these people are prepared to deal with. And they're just telling the people that actually have to deal with it that, oh, you just need to try harder and stuff like that, as if it's, again, 100% in your control. It's not. Never has been. I really wish that there was something out here to actually help the people who are actually trying to work. It doesn't make sense to me in any capacity that there is literally just nothing out here other than you just spam applying to places to try and get work. And then you have all these ghost jobs, again, which have no recompense for what they're doing. It's just exhausting, It really is. I really hope that something different can change, not just for myself, but like for a lot of guys who are in a similar situation, who are like trying to get out of this stuff, because the only thing that I could imagine you doing is just start doing illegal stuff. And no, it doesn't necessarily mean like just selling drugs or something. It just means like, hey, listen, if you don't have a freaking business license and you have the ability to sell something like your services or something, F it, just don't go do it, because they're going to tell you that you need a business license and you need this and that and the other, and all these things cost money. But then just getting a basic job is basically like some kind of uphill battle, like you're freaking rolling a boulder up a hill. Like it's just ridiculous right now. And this isn't something that just I have to deal with. This is something that everyone has to deal with, especially in today's day and age where the cost of living is so high. And one job like letting you go, even if you didn't do anything, because again, like I said, there's no job security, that can basically just spell the end of your freaking place to live, in weeks in certain instances. it's depending on how much you got saved up, man. You know, like, I know that my plan is to, like, rent a room, but, like, there's no denying that even then, like, hey, let's say that I got a job, saved up, but then I lost a job, you know, like, there's no telling when I'm gonna get it, you know? Despite how much you're looking, there's no telling when you're gonna get it. And stuff is still gonna, you know, be there. The bills are still gonna be there, utility is still gonna be there, so it's a lot to consider. You know, at this point, I think that, I said it before, but it's probably a very smart idea to buy an RV so that just in case you'd at least have something. But I don't know. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and conclude it here. I just kind of wanted to talk for a second, get this stuff off my mind, because it's a little overwhelming right now. You know, it is. I don't expect success. I'm not entitled to success, but it would be nice if I could get a return on the effort that I am putting in. You know, if that makes any sense. But I'm gonna leave it here before I just keep rambling and rambling. Again, I'm hanging in there, guys. I hope you guys are too. You know, not in the best of positions, but certainly could be worse. So I am grateful. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys are hanging there too. God bless. I will see you next time.